Oh, whoops. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Hey, thank you, Serpent Rider. You saved me. Saved me on that one. Just welcome to My Tea Connection Live, the finest place for Chinese tea education on the internet, and a community for connecting with other tea aficionados and having a good time while you're doing it. Thank you for telling me. Good to know. So yeah, I got this fired up, and it's actually already hot water in here, just to kind of keep it on the steady boil. Jingmai ancient tree red tea, some broken leaves, but a lot of it, so should be pretty potent. I've already gone through probably 4 infusions with this, but it'll keep going. Nice evening tonight. It's kind of my rooftop here. How's the stream quality? Wondering how my internet is holding up. I don't really have the best router. Just thinking about upgrading my router. Anyways, let's talk about tea. And there's that dog holding it steady over there. Well, let's get into an infusion here. And I don't want to waste your time. I thought maybe today we could just talk about well, I thought maybe I'll just tell a little bit of my story. You know, why am I living in China? How did that happen? Right? You know, why are you on some rooftop in China talking to yourself, drinking tea? Not sharp, but good enough. Yeah, so why? Thank you for the feedback on the stream quality. Yeah, I might run a Cat 5. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might just upgrade my router, because actually in China they have lightning fast internet, but I think it's just the router, kind of just using the cheap router. But yeah, like, why am I on some random rooftop in just southern China drinking tea? Like, how does that happen? You know, why does that happen? Right? But so I was always obsessed with Asia, and I studied Japan like many a young lad does in great detail. And then I fell in love with this, I didn't fall in love, but I became kind of obsessed with this moto vlogger from Taiwan named Mordeth13. And this was like back in 2012, 2010. I was just obsessed with Asia. I just thought Asia was amazing. And I liked the way everyone was racing around Taipei on their little scooters. And yeah, essentially I dropped out of college and just moved to China when I was 24. And I was studying electrical engineering over at UCSD, which is a pretty good school for that. But my heart wasn't really in it. You know how I picked a major in college? I just kind of looked at the chart of like the highest salaries. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of something I have a little interest in, so I'll pick that one. And electrical engineers were getting paid pretty good at the time. So, yeah, it wasn't really like, it was just kind of money motivated. And I don't know if you guys know, but for me, at least, that's not really been a good strategy. Because for me, if your passion's not in it, like, it's hard to get that edge unless it's something you really care about. And obviously you can cultivate that passion by working with something over time. You know, passion doesn't just fall out of the sky. Like, the longer you work with something, you're gonna become kind of more involved with it, and you can cultivate the passion for sure. But anyways, it was just a lot of work in college, and I was not prepared for that. I mean, I was, you know, academically prepared, taking, you know, calculus and all that. I transferred to UCSD after attending so many community colleges, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, so I just decided it wasn't for me, and I wanted to start my life. I was already 24, so I was older than some of my peers. I spent a really long time at community college and just worked, you know, 30 different jobs. I worked at a million different restaurants and grocery stores and hotel security and just anything you can imagine. Insurance sales, just trying to make some money. So 2014, I said no more college. I'm gonna go do something. And I convinced my best friend to move with me to China, which is a pretty bold move. And we're like, yeah, we'll go for 6 months and then we'll come back. And 6 months turned into about almost 6 years, about 5 years before I got kind of caught outside of China during COVID and I was unable to come back in. And so I was away from my family, my wife, and my dogs. I have another dog. We didn't have this cat at the time. But that was really rough, kind of being stuck outside of China where you had a great life kind of built up. And so I spent 3 years kind of like wallowing, really unhappy, trying to meet my wife. Didn't have the official paperwork. I thought I fixed the sound. Oh yeah, there is sound. Yeah, I fixed it. We fixed that. All right. Thank you, Bumpus, for stopping by. Serpent Rider sound checked me. Really cool. But yeah, just drinking some tea here on my roof in China and talking about how I came to live in China. Like, what a weirdo. You know, how does that happen? And so, yeah, I was just obsessed with Asia. And then I heard you could make money teaching English in China. And I knew they weren't really, at the time, it just seemed like a good path. And so that path isn't really as open as it once was. Yeah, thanks, Bumpus. But, yeah, like now you really need like your degree and you gotta be kind of official. But 10 years ago, you could kind of just come to China and start teaching English. And you could make unlimited runs on your tourist visa. You could just go to Hong Kong every 60 days and come back to China and it was okay. But you can't do that anymore. So you, yeah, that path's not really open anymore. Unless you have like a teaching credential or, you know, TEFL and a degree. Or know the right people. Am I right? But, yeah, so at the time I just said, hey, I need to get out of here. And I mean, I was lived out in San Diego, you know, beautiful San Diego. Nice place, but expensive. An expensive place to live. So but thanks, Bumpus. Yeah, normally we just talk about tea here, but I'm getting a little rambly on these lives. But yeah, just drinking some Chinese tea. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. It got dark so fast. But, you can hear this water boiling here. Let's get another infusion roaring. But, yeah, I moved to China, taught English, and then I had my own little English school for a couple of years, and that was fun. And then in 2019, I started selling watches on eBay. And not like fakes or anything. Hey, doing good, Sean. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, just drinking more tea on my roof in the dark. Sorry, the lighting is so poor. But I got this fire going. But yeah, how I came to end up in China. Essentially, I just dropped out of college, moved to China. I just had $500. Like, it was really kind of crazy. I remember getting like my tax refund because I was working so many stupid low wage jobs at the time. Like just like temp labor, hotel security in the nights, and just all sorts of weird stuff in college. Just trying to make some money to pay the rent. And so, yeah, I came out to Asia, started teaching English, started my own little English school, met my wife. Then in 2018, I was like, I gotta start e-commerce. I always wanted to do e-commerce. And I used to be obsessed with Amazon. I worked for another Amazon seller for a while, doing some customer service for him and stuff. Yeah, Sean. Drinking tea on your roof is a good time. You got this dog. You got another dog downstairs. You got a big piece of fish. I don't know if you can even see it. Just a massive fish, filleted, open, hanging over there. But yeah, I came to China, taught English, and then I started selling on eBay. No fakes or anything, like nice mechanical watches. But I was selling someone else's product, and there's a definite cap to how much money you're going to really make. And then the factory will always have you kind of buy the balls, right? Unless you have your own product. So essentially I was just working sales for some factory. But, you know, I'd buy some quantity of watches and flip them on eBay. And it was enough to pay the bills for a while. And then that started really fizzling out just over the past couple of years. There's some more competition came into the market, and I wasn't prepared to throw down and kind of start my own watch company. So, yeah, that was out. And then while I was in America, locked out of China during COVID, I had my wife sending me tea. And it became just a great thing in my life. And I had just recently quit drinking in Thailand before that. And tea became a big part of... now I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, right. Well, yeah. I don't really like the word YouTuber. I'm a tea seller. You know, I'm a tea educator. I'm about tea. YouTube's just a channel for me to get down with the tea stuff. But yeah, all about tea. Now I'm a YouTuber. No, I quit drinking. Yeah, Virgil, I've been sober for over 5 years now. Because I was sick of getting arrested and getting DUIs and being imprisoned in 3 different countries. So, yeah, I was selling watches on eBay. That kind of fizzled out. And then I just decided to make my love. After quitting drinking in Thailand, I just decided like tea is going to be front and center of my life. And so the reason I got into the watch business was because I just loved watches. I was like, man, I love watches. I want to have them around me all the time. And these weren't like high-end watches. These were like $300 mechanical watches, $200 to $300, like Siegel 1963s and stuff like that. But so yeah, I just love tea so much. I wanted it always around me. And I thought if I started a tea company, I would always have great tea around me. And that's the way it's become. So, yeah, love tea. And I love drinking tea on my roof here. Get another infusion going. Sorry it's so dark. Gosh, probably time to... I'll go for 20 minutes. So another 5 minutes or so, but sorry it's so dark. I didn't really plan this very well. When am I coming back to the U.S.? I don't have any plans to come back to the U.S. Maybe... Yeah, I don't really have any long-term plans. I'd like to kind of buy like a tea farm. Like start a tea farm out in like northern Alabama or like eastern Alabama. That's a little dream I'm playing with right now. Or like some off-grid like farm in the Ozarks or something. But I don't have any plans right now to come back to the U.S. Yeah, just going to keep growing the tea company. And proximity to Asia is good for that. So I might live in, Thailand, or... I lived in Thailand before for about 5 months. But I've been to Thailand many times for months at a time. So I might go live in Thailand or Taiwan or Vietnam. But I'll probably stay around Asia for the tea business. And I already have my U.S. fulfillment system kind of set up. So my job is just to find the best tea, get it packed, get it shipped to the U.S. properly, and then make content and try to sell tea. But I don't want to just like hard sell. I have like a passion for tea. So yeah, some people don't even think I have a tea website, but I just love talking about tea education, all that, because I'm constantly trying to learn about tea. So yeah, I don't know if I should move my tea setup because it's dark now under this light. I might just come on over here. I might do that. Let me do that. What the hell are they shooting at? Yeah, that is just fireworks. It's approaching Chinese New Year, and so you just get a steady flow of fireworks. Let me move my system. I'm gonna come over here, and we can look at these plants over here. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just kind of moving my setup for the light. But yeah, so that's kind of how I came to wind up in China. And now, if you want to stay in China long term, you need, because you can't make unlimited visa runs anymore. Meaning you can't get a tourist visa and then just keep coming back across the border. So, hey, thanks, Bumpus. I've tried to improve my lighting. And this cat's trying to eat my peanuts. I normally don't do a lot of food with tea. But, peanuts. Maybe not. Nope, that is not for you, Udza. So, yeah, let me pour another infusion. So, yeah, that's, I live in China now. I don't know if I really explained that very well. But, yeah, so during COVID I was locked out. But now I'm, married, and I did the paperwork properly. So I have that marriage visa, which kind of gives me the ability to stay in China for a long time. Yeah, cat treat. I mean, he's already eaten today. This cat's getting a little bit overweight. Maybe I'll just give him a peanut to play with. I don't know. But yeah, this cat is so healthy now. It was losing fur. Oh, hell no. Do you not give cats peanuts? I don't know. My dogs eat peanuts. And this cat eats birds, too. Killed a bird. But yeah, this cat came to us losing its hair, cloudy eye, half the weight it is now. And now it's just been totally revitalized. Totally a new cat. So yeah, sorry this really primitive setup here. just not really, didn't really plan for the light to go away so quickly. You might have a peanut allergy. No, I don't have a peanut allergy. But yeah, so yeah, I don't think he does. I think he's fine. He didn't even eat it. But yeah, so now I live in China. And yeah, no real plans to come back to the US. I'm just going to keep growing the tea business and learning as much as I can about tea. I mean, the world of tea is so vast. So I'm just trying to crunch away at it. Books, going to tea farms, just trying to learn as much as I can. But thanks for stopping by, Virgil Earp. Thanks for the cat stuff. And yeah, I probably should just put this stream out of its misery. But let me get a little chair, and so I can really utilize this little table here. Here, let me get this chair here. Okay. This is okay. So yeah, drinking tea on my roof in China. And that's how I came to live in China. So it started with just dropping out of college, going to teach English in China, starting my own Chinese school, my own English school, and then started selling online. And then I decided to just give my life to tea. That's the stage we're at now, where I'm just surrendering to Camellia sinensis. And it's, it's a big decision. But I feel like you kind of bounce around. For me, I kind of bounced around different ideas. But I'm getting older now. I'm 34. It's time to like, wait, what do I want to devote my life to? And it's like tea is just this perfect answer for me. You know, I credit tea with helping me quit alcohol when I was in Thailand, and I credit it with helping me keep up my exercise routine. And some of my best productivity and work has been done drinking a lot of tea. So tea's been really beneficial for me, and I think a lot of people share that. But yeah, I'm kind of uniquely positioned living here in China, the birthplace of tea. So, you know, why not maximize that and try to give as much value as I can with my positioning here? Because I'm so lucky to be, like, yeah, obviously being in China kind of steered me towards tea. But, yeah, now that I'm living in China with this interest in tea, it's just prime. So, yeah, no plans to go back to the U.S. I might, you know, in the future live in some other part of Asia. But proximity to Asia, at least for this kind of point in my life, is important. Yeah, I was on the Miller Lite tea for a minute. Oh, man. Yeah, I used to just binge drink. My whole 20s was just, you know, getting arrested, breaking teeth in half, stitches to the back of the skull, you know, sprained ankles, just injuries, and just losing all my money, getting robbed by unscrupulous women. It's just horrible things. I mean, name like some horrible situation. I've probably been in it. And, yeah, I had to just say enough was enough. It's actually ironic because, like, I quit drinking in Jingmai, Thailand. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I feel like super lucky, blessed. I'm not trying to like elicit sympathy on here. I've been so lucky, and really, really doing well. But yeah, thank you, Virgil Earp. That's an interesting name. You don't hear those old American names anymore. Virgil Earp. Wow. From San Diego, California. That's where I grew up. But I've also lived in Northern California and Arizona for various lengths of time in my youth. But yeah, originally from San Diego. And yeah, it was kind of like just a partier, you know, just looking for a good time. Oh, yeah, I believe that might be right. Yeah, Virgil. Cool. Thanks, Serpent Rider. Just stopping by with the knowledge drop. But yeah, I don't want to bore you guys too much. I'm going to prepare a little bit better for these lives. And 100 red, white, and blue. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for listening to my rambles. Sorry, it wasn't really prepared very well. And then it got really dark. But yeah, just drinking tea on my roof. 100 red, white, and blue. Yeah, speaking of red, white, and blue, I plan on having 1,776 YouTube videos by the end of 2025. So that includes shorts and long videos and lives. So I'm going to just be cranking out a ton of videos about tea and just trying to learn as fast as I can. and then put that learning into videos as fast as I can. So thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. But yeah, just drinking tea on the roof with the cat. And yeah. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. And all good. Serpent Rider, thanks for swinging by. Virgil Earp, right on. Bumpus, Sean, really cool crew. And thanks for stopping by. And I'll leave you with these Jingmai Ancient Tree red tea leaves. Yeah, I should start it earlier. I believe I'll be normally streaming in the evening in U.S. time. And I'm going to get into some routine, and I'm just not quite there yet. But coming soon. Grandfather fought in World War II. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you for your family's history of defending liberty. And I'll leave you with these leaves. Thank you.